Okay, fine. Let's start the session for today. So I hope you all can hear me very clearly and you can see my screen also. So let's start the session for today. Can I start? Please do let me know over chat if you all are ready for today's session. If you want, you can just try unmuting yourself, right? And let's see whether you can talk or not. Okay, fine. Let's start. The agenda for today. So today we'll see the introduction to Salesforce. After that, we'll see the impact of Salesforce in IT ecosystem. And then after we'll start Salesforce job roles, what we have in Salesforce ecosystem, course offered by Intellipaat, and job opportunity in Salesforce with the market trends. Right. After that, we'll see the salary structure and why do we choose Intellipaat and the further learnings. Fine. So let me tell you about the Intellipaat first. So it's a world's leading education provider, right? In terms of Salesforce training, and we have multiple Salesforce matter expert, right? That and it's instructor-led training, we can say, right? With coverage of 55 plus country, right? Over 600,000 plus learner, right? So let's start with the technical introduction to Salesforce. What is this? Actually, Salesforce is a cloud computing company, right? Which provides a software as a service. So basically, we can say it's a SaaS software, SaaS company that specializes in CRM market, customer relationship management. So it's a number one CRM company till this date, and Salesforce services allow businesses to use cloud, right? Cloud tech to better connect with customer, partner, and potential customer. So in order to manage their customer, any company can utilize the Salesforce. And this is SaaS software, right? So impact of Salesforce in today's IT, right? So measure all of the companies, they totally depends on Salesforce for their CRM, customer relationship management. So here there, if you see, we have Toyota, right? And Puma, Spotify. So all these company use Salesforce for their customer relationship management to manage their customer in terms of sales, in terms of service, in terms of marketing. They completely depends on Salesforce CRM. Okay, and if you see the impact, what will be the future of Salesforce if you go via this Salesforce ecosystem, right? So as per the Forbes, Salesforce dominates the worldwide CRM market with 19.5% market share, right? Which is almost double to its nearest rival, SAP, right? In terms of CRM. So it's a number one CRM market solution, right? And actually it provides SaaS software, and in Salesforce we have multiple clouds like to manage the sales pipeline of any organization. They use Sales Cloud. Similarly, they have Service Cloud to just manage the servicing part of any company. Similarly, they have Market Cloud and lots of other on-demand software. So if any organization wants, they can simply purchase those licenses and they can use it without doing a single setup, infrastructure setup. So all these things are provided by Salesforce. Apart from that, on top of that, we have force.com platform that we call it lightning platform. So they provide us a platform there we can create our own custom application. So apart from that, if you want to create your own application from scratch, that is also feasible. So mainly there are two learning curve in Salesforce. First is Salesforce implementation and second one is using Salesforce lightning platform to create your own application. So by using both way, we can utilize the Salesforce, right? Salesforce job roles. So normally in Salesforce, we have Salesforce administrator that manage the Salesforce by using point and click, right? So here we don't need any software coding skills. Coding is not required at all in Salesforce administration role, right? So we can say something like low code tool or no code tool. So just it's something like a drag and drop, point and click tool that we can utilize to create the Salesforce application or to manipulate the Salesforce application which is already available in market. So Salesforce administration is there, and after that we have Salesforce developer that performs the development task on Salesforce with the help of coding, right? So here in Salesforce development, we require front end, back end, both. So here we have full stack development in Salesforce. So like Angular and Node, right? Or what we can say, React, we have similar kind of framework here in Salesforce that is called Lightning Web Component. And for backend, we have Apex. So using UI and the backend code, we develop something as a Salesforce developer. After that, we have something called Salesforce Business Analyst, right? Which is a kind of a support hand of Salesforce admin and Salesforce developer. Salesforce consultant. So mainly there are two types of Salesforce consultant in market. First is functional consultant and second one is technical consultant. So Salesforce administration and business analyst can be called as Salesforce functional consultant, right? And if you have the basics understanding of coding, right, then you can start your journey with technical consultant. After that, we have Salesforce architect. On top of everyone, the architect designs the solution, and based on that, admin, business analyst, and developer work on that model. And project manager that manages the complete Salesforce project, right? So for each and every role here, if you see, we have 6 roles right here. For each and every role, we have certain certification here, and we provide the support and the knowledge gathering for all this Salesforce certification, right? For Salesforce declarative development. So mainly here, I'll just try to explain what the major rules occur here. So mainly there are two types of Salesforce job. First one is declarative development, where we don't need to write any single line of code. We do all those development via declarative way, via point and click, right? And apart from that, something called customization, where the coding is required, right? So for that, we have 4 type of certification: admin, app builder, PD1, right? And for functional consultant, we have something like sales cloud, marketing cloud, health cloud. So that is also a niche market, right? So you can just go via that if you want to be in functional side. In terms of job opportunity, we have lots of job offers coming towards us in Salesforce, from Salesforce admin to Salesforce architect, right? So millions of job is coming towards us in the Salesforce ecosystem. Just we need to get the expertise and certification. So certification is the very first entry that is required, right, to enter in the market. Apart from that, knowledge is very, very important, and that we have to have it at any cost. So by combining these two, certification and the knowledge, alone knowledge will not work, right? So if you just go with the knowledge, it's very difficult to get the opportunity, get the entry opportunity in any organization. They will look for certification for sure. And once you have the certification, then you have to prove your knowledge also. So that is very, very important here, right? So here, if you see, in each and every continent, we have tremendous growth of Salesforce jobs from North America to Asia Pacific. Lots of job is coming in the pipeline, right? So these are the job roles. So in terms of total number of posting in 2021, we have 117,000 almost, right? And Salesforce specific job, we have something like that. And for Salesforce developer, we have almost 5,000. For administrator, we have 844. Salesforce business analyst, we have 311. And for architect, it's 64. So this is posting in 2021 till this date. In last 12 months, we have these figures, right? So this is tremendous growth here. Fine. So these are a few screenshots that we can see, and global revenue of CRM market till this date. So if you just compare with this, all this big giant here, so Salesforce is the clear leader here in CRM solution. Basically, it's not a CRM solution. It provides us the platform to create our own application. Not CRM application, you can create any kind of application on that, right? Which is the completely unique. And if you compare this Salesforce with this competitor, they are completely, what we can say, out of the range in the Salesforce ecosystem. Fine. Salary structure is something like this, right? So for fresher, if you are just a college pass out, right? So for fresher also in United States, it's almost $90,000 for a fresher Salesforce administrator, right? And based on that, based on experience, if you have some IT experience, so based on that, you can get. Fine. Here in Salesforce, in Intellipaat, we have a dedicated team of Salesforce instructor, right? And which is something like instructor-led live course, which provides you all the details on how you can access all these details, right? So here I'll talk something on learning part. So as a lead instructor here, like, so I can tell you that in terms of learning, if you have the basic understanding of IT terminology, or if you are a fresher, or if you have something like a kind of experience in any other domain, and you want to get the cross training in Salesforce upskilling, so that is completely feasible. And for that, we, for Salesforce administrator, we don't need any prior knowledge. Anyone can get into the Salesforce administration if you have the decent awareness of how software low code works, how no code tool works, like drag and drop tool, then you can start learning Salesforce administration. That is something like configurational change, declarative change in Salesforce, right? And once you get into that, if you have basic decent understanding of how object-oriented programming works or basics of Salesforce, then you can start learning the development part, wherein you required some basic syntax for programming. And On top of that, you can start learning Salesforce development, where we need platform developer 1 and platform developer 2 certification. Right. So till this point, anyone has any question? Okay, fine. So just give me a second, right? Let me hand over to my colleague and they will take it further from here. Just give me a second.
Hey, can you hear me? Hello, Tila?
I can hear you. So please feel free to ask any question if you have.
Yes, I do have a question. Thank you for this session. I am very grateful to Intellipaat for organizing this session. But I have a couple of questions to ask. Number one is that I don't have an IT background. So I enjoyed the session I had. Um, but I want to find out doing the assignments in the session or the certification by Intellipaat, is it enough to get someone into a dream job for the administrator and app builder course?
Yes, so in terms of, let's say, if you are in the curriculum, right? So we have a dedicated, you will be assigned a dedicated trainer. So he will be taking the classes, right? The sessions. So if actually it is something like a completely hands-on sessions where you will have to work on the specific topic. So let's say in terms of Salesforce administration and app builder. So if you don't have any experience, so as I understand, you have no experience in IT, right? But if you have the awareness about how drag and drop tool works, basically it is something like if you know how to operate Facebook or LinkedIn, that is very, very basics, right? So if you have the awareness of it, you can start learning Salesforce administration and app builder. It is not difficult at all. It is something like drag and drop tool, declarative development, right? So we can say something like you are building the application, you are creating the application, but you are not writing the code. So here in Salesforce, we have a lots of tool, lots of automation tool that automates the process without writing a code. So that is the job of Salesforce administrator, or we can say Salesforce app builder. So coding skill, coding, programming, or we can say hardcore uh, looping or all those technical stuff is not required for admin and app builder. So if we get or if you get any kind of declarative job, so you can surely work on that without any issue, right? Just you have to work on your skills, how you take your what we can say understanding in terms of Salesforce administration and app builder. And we here actually Intellipaat provides you the certificate. So that is coming from Intellipaat side. But along with that, there are specific certification from Salesforce itself. So if you just prepare for that, we do help you on that preparation and and all those things. But if you get those certification, that will be very great. And while getting those certification also, you will get lots of real-time exposure. And if you solve, surely you will get the job.
Okay, if I understand you, thank you. If I understood what you answered, you said that apart from the Intellipaat certification that you get after completing the course and the assignments and the project, you will need to get certification from Salesforce, right?
Yes. So can you see my screen here? My Firefox browser?
Yes, I can see.
Is it visible?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
fine. So here we have something called Trailhead. We have something called Trailhead. Okay, fine. So Trailhead. So if you just follow this trailhead.salesforce.com, it is a complete what we can say portal, learning portal, which is provided by Salesforce. So actually here in Intellipaat, we follow the same pattern which is provided by Salesforce in order to crack the certification. So if you see here, if you go trailhead.salesforce.com, herein you will find one certification menu. So let it load here and we'll see how it works. So here in credential, we have certification. Fine. So actually what we do, we are not getting any third party, what we can say, courses or sessions. We are completely based following the path of this certification. So here, in order to Salesforce administration, we have these much certification. So you have to crack the certification, and we help you in order to crack the certification and getting the real knowledge on top of this. So here we have administrator and advanced administrator. So just you have to follow these two paths. For declarative development, we have something called platform app builder, which helps you to create application using declarative customization capability of Salesforce. So here coding is not required at all. Right?
Okay, thank you, thank you. Well, I didn't tell you my name. My name is Ifine Ononuju. I'm in the United States. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hmm.
And so I just want to understand. I appreciate this website, giving me this website. Yeah, I've never seen it before, but I want to understand the Intellipaat course that I have done. We completed it about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Can the certification by Intellipaat, can it help me get into a job, or do I need, after that, I need to do this you're showing me before I can get into a dream job?
Okay, fine. So I feel I am the technical part of the Salesforce, but again, yes, we have the dedicated team that supports in job side, right? So they help you to prepare the resume, I feel, and they help you to conduct, and they will conduct few interview, right, to get into the ecosystem. So yes, we have that job portal side also, and they will help you to get into the role that you need or the job we can say,
Okay, without
right?
having to do the Salesforce certification, right?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes, so actually there are scenarios. So we can say, so some companies there are requirement that they need certification, but there are few companies that don't require any certification at all. So it totally depends on the scenario. So they, yes, absolutely there are few company They need certification for that. So if you get the certification, it will add some extra advantage on top of you, right?
Oh,
But again, if you don't have any certification, that is also fine, right? But you will get fewer opportunity to get into the interview. That's the only thing.
okay. Okay.
But
So,
again,
okay,
yes, answer
okay.
is yes. Yeah. Next
Sorry.
one.
Can I ask something? So once I have been certified by Intellipaat, so like how long, how much of effort do I need to put in to be able to write the Salesforce app administration and app builder course? How much do I need to put in terms of hours to write the exam to be certified by Salesforce for the app,
Yes.
the administrator and app builder?
Fine. Okay, fine. So actually the time frame. So what is the time frame we need, right? After getting the Intellipaat certification. So if you get the certification from Intellipaat, after that, it doesn't require more effort on this. So if you go here, just go to trailhead.salesforce.com and get the curriculum and just check the knowledge whether you are comfortable with those topics or not. So let's say in terms of Salesforce administration. So go here in this and check those certification, what we can say curriculum. So here we have this exam guide. So this is the actual truth. So just you have to check these topics, those information, and if you feel that you are comfortable with these knowledge, right, then you can go ahead with the certification. It needs $200, right? So you have to pay that certification fee, right? And they will ask 60 multiple choice question. From where this 60 question will come? These details is available here. So here we have this curriculum. So you have to check whether you are comfortable with this or not. If you are comfortable and you feel that you can just understand these concepts very clearly and concisely, then you can write this certificate.
Okay. Thank you so
It
much.
depends on, totally depends on you, how you are putting the effort, how
Yeah.
quickly you are getting those concepts.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can I
Right.
ask another question?
Please go ahead.
Okay. So now, do I need to do this before I start off with the PD1 and PD2 with
Yes,
Intel?
this is good question. Yes, this is good. This is very good question. So in terms of administration, actually, if you are comfortable with this declarative design, you know how we can create the application using app builder. After getting expertise in these two, right? There are few drawback of these two. So here, in order to get the complete knowledge of Salesforce, we need the writing coding skills also. So for that, if you are comfortable with this admin and app builder, surely you can go with this Salesforce developer certification, right?
Yes.
Here we have something called B2 Commerce Development. Mainly, these are the core two certification for Salesforce developer: Platform Developer 1 and Platform Developer 2. So your post certification of Salesforce administration and app builder, right? You can write this Platform Developer 1 certification. But this is not required at all. If you don't want to be in administration side and you want to be the developer, in that case, you don't need to write a certification for admin and app builder. Knowledge is more than enough. So getting the knowledge, just get the complete understanding of Salesforce administration and app builder. On top of that, you can start learning this platform developer one. So you cannot directly jump into this PD1. That is not possible. And that is not realistic and practical. So admin and app builder knowledge is very, very important. Once you get those knowledge, then you can start learning the PD1. And here you can directly get the PD1 certification if you want to start your career as a developer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there is no prerequisite for PD1.
Okay.
It is
So
completely a standalone. And yeah,
yeah,
please.
thank you for this explanation. I have I have something similar to what you just said. So you're saying that if I want to be a platform developer, I may not necessarily need to write the Salesforce administrator and app builder exams certification, right?
Yes. Yes,
So
you get it clearly.
all I need is to have the skill from administrator and app builder, and then concentrate on the exam for PD1, right?
Correct. It is exactly correct.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you very much for organizing this. I never knew all this you are telling me.
Yes, so
Um,
actually, if you go here for platform developer one, there are no mandatory certification. Directly, you can jump to PD1 certification. But again, practically, it is difficult to get the understanding of PD1. Right? Practically, you have to get the knowledge of administration and app builder.
okay.
So that's what you have to learn the content, but certification is not required.
Okay. Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Yes, so actually, if you are comfortable with Salesforce administration, right, and app builder, but your focus is to get the development job or developer role, right, then this is the very good, very great that you can start directly PD1. But again, for the one who don't want to be in the Salesforce development role, then they can start with this admin and app builder certification. But again, in order to become consultant, right, in order to become senior consultant, we need these all certification. For long-term career growth, if you have admin and app builder certification, that adds the extra benefit for you. So that is perfectly fine here to get all this certification for long-term career growth. So if you see here in Salesforce ecosystem, almost they need 2 or 3 certification, right? And that's at the extra advantages.
Okay. Okay. So for long-term career growth and to become a Salesforce consultant, you need the both certification for PD1 and for app builder and our administration from Salesforce, right?
From Salesforce, exactly. So official certification is very important here, right? And once you get the official certification, it adds the extra advantages, right? And
Okay.
here, if you see, it is not like that. In terms of, let's say, if you are getting all the certification, on top of that, we have lots of functionality-wise certification for functional content like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud. If you are working in working in healthcare, then we have something called Health Cloud. So like that, we have lots of certification. So here we have plenty of certification in the rows.
Okay. So what you're saying, this website you can also learn and prepare for the exam, for the certification from these websites too.
Actually, it is not something like learning part. It is something like official documentation where you get the actual curriculum, what you have to learn.
Okay,
Here you may not get those concept. Here you may not get those, what we can say, clarity. But again, you will get the complete syllabus, we can say, complete curriculum. So for that,
okay,
we follow this trailhead.salesforce.com.
okay.
Fine. So just give me a few more minutes, right? And one of my colleague is going to join this call very soon. So anyone has any other questions or concerns or any doubt in terms of Salesforce certification? It can be technical or functional. So it is good opportunity to ask any technical question if you want to ask in terms of Salesforce admin, app builder, PD1, PD2, and any Salesforce related content you can ask. So there are few questions. Let me open those and I'll try to answer. So I think one of my colleague, like Andrew. So if I take a course from Intellipaat, is taking the certification exam included? So that I cannot answer it here. So if you have any technical questions in terms of administration, app builder, or in terms of cross training, right? Or PD1 or PD2, then those questions you can ask. And you can ask the same question to one of my colleague. He is going to join very soon. Actually, we cannot hear you, Rudrani. Can you hear me? Your voice is not audible to me. Others can hear it.
No, we can't hear him.
Are you all able to hear me now?
Yes, it looks fine now. We can hear.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All
Yes, we
right.
can hear
Sorry
you
for that.
now.
So sorry for that. All right. So I would be talking about the certification program in Salesforce that Intellipaat provides. So this is a Salesforce certification training for administration, app builder, and platform developer one, which will help you become a Salesforce architect and get complete proficiency in Salesforce. So we will be helping you learn all the aspects of it from Salesforce app builder, administration, advanced developer, application design, security, automation, dashboards, and reports. So, if I tell you about the key highlights, you will be having 70 hours of instructor led training as live interactive sessions with the instructors over a virtual platform. We use the GoTo meetings for that. 40 hours of self paced videos would be given to you along with for every module that you have a live session for. So, these are the pre recorded sessions that have been recorded in a controlled environment by the same instructors. We will be giving you a heavy exposure of all the project work and exercises to basically ensure you of three things. Firstly, that you know how to put your knowledge into practical use. Secondly, you know how to deploy the technology. And most importantly, to give you an industry exposure because basically all the projects that you would be working with would be projects that industries are looking to deploy as a part of their organization. The certification that you would be getting would be from Intellipaat. It is valid through all top organizations in India and abroad and is recognized as a professional certificate and is valid throughout a duration of lifetime. We give a job assistance as well, which helps our students get a job if they are wanting to transition into this domain or if they are, looking to build their careers, upskill themselves, maybe change their current workplace. We help them out completely with that. So, how it works is when students reach 50% of the completion of the course, sorry, 70%, we assign them a professional team who expertises in portfolio building. Now, this team would entirely be working on their CVs, resumes, their LinkedIn profiles, and all the other profiles that they have. They will be optimizing it so it looks very heavy on all the past experience that they have, looks heavy on Salesforce, and also have all the right keywords and points of lines and statements to bypass the applicant tracking software that most MNCs have. Secondly, we start preparing students for the interviews that they are going to be sitting for with us. So, specific to each company, we start training them with mock interviews, set of questions, salary negotiation skills, soft skills training, and all of that. So, we start preparing the students for the interviews. Then starts our recruitment drive. So, regarding the recruitments, we have partnerships and collaborations with around 500 plus reputed multinational companies and tech giants all around the world and throughout India. And as a part of that, we actively give you placements, all of which are inclusively created for Intellipaat students. So you do not have to go ahead and compete with the entire crowd out there. So basically, here are some of the examples of the corporate tie-ups that we have that comes for hiring. They are our hiring partners. If you look, basically, Salesforce companies like IBM, Accenture, uh, Shell, these are the companies that also come to hire as a part of Salesforce. Apart from that, we also give you a job portal. It's called www.jobs.intellipaat.com. Here, throughout a duration of lifetime, you will be able to see all the vacancies as and when they come with our partnered companies. And even you can apply from your end by showing Intellipaat certification as a verification, post which direct interviews would be scheduled for you. I'll just write it down here for you. So this is the site. You can always visit that and check the access to this. You get post the enrollment in the program. And then, of course, again, as I said, I would be mentioning it again. All the interview preparations would be also taken care from our end. So all of this together is in one service, which is the job assistance. We have a very flexible schedule, be it students who are joining the program or be it working professionals. We are very, very flexible with our schedules. So that is something I will be telling you further in the course. We give you a lifetime free upgrade, which is something which is very important as Salesforce is a relatively new technology. So you can expect new upgrades to be coming in the market every now and then. So anytime there is any upgrade in the technology you are learning from us, there are any upgrades in the versions, we would entirely be upgrading your content parallelly without charging you anything extra for the same. We give you a mentor support, so there is going to be a learning manager assigned only to you who will be there for you throughout the journey. After every class, basically, he'll take an update from you. He will also be your point of contact for any feedbacks that you have for anything. All right. So, basically, we will be ensuring a very, very smooth experience for you throughout. So, coming to the curriculum, the entire curriculum is laid out in such a manner that we will be taking you from the very basics to the advanced level concepts of Salesforce. So, absolutely, there is no prerequisite as of such that we want you to have before you take this program, as everything will be covered from the very basics, from the very scratch. You might not even have a programming knowledge. That is absolutely fine because everything would be covered from scratch. First, we will be taking you to the administrative part. Then we will be taking you through the platform development and the app building part. So the first part of the program is entirely administration and app builder. And the second part would be the platform developer, which is also covering Apex and Lightning as well. Coming to the projects, as I said, all of these projects are industry specific, real life live projects designed by industry experts to give you a real world experience. When you put that onto your portfolio, it really highlights it and shows to the recruiter you have a good industry experience. You work with projects like real time inventory management with Salesforce, library management system with Salesforce, understanding developer and admin concepts. Apart from that, building lightning applications, developer console, and lightning components with Yelp search API that displays a list of businesses near you. And then again, of course, to understand the real life implications of Apex and Visual Force. This is basically a chat uh, application that has been created only for Intellipaat students. Here you would be added along with all of your classmates into one group. That is to basically enhance a collaborative learning, a classroom like experience, connection building, and also job referrals, because we do get a lot of job referrals as a part of this particular application as well. So the access of this will also be provided to you. Coming to the certification, this is the snapshot of the certification you would be getting as a part of our program post the completion. So basically, once you reach the completion of the program, there is going to be a quiz onto your portal itself. It is like an MCQ which will be covering all the concepts starting from the very basics to the advanced level concepts that you have learned throughout the program. You have to get a minimum of 60% in it to be able to get this certification. Now, basically, it has multiple attempts to it, so you can include your best grade here. Now, these three examinations, this Developer 501 Advanced Developer Certification, App Builder Certification, and Administrator ADM 201 Certification. The entire curriculum, the training, everything is in line with these certification exams. So using the training from our end and the curriculum and everything, you would be able to very easily go ahead and clear it. Okay, so now apart from that, coming to the schedule, basically, as I said, we have two kinds of trainings. One is a self-paced training and one is the online classroom. In the self-paced training, you get all the recorded materials that have been recorded in a controlled environment. So you will be getting 40 hours of e-learning videos with a lifetime free upgrade. When you go ahead with the online classroom, which is generally the most preferred one, everything that is available in self-paced, first of all, is given to you for free for you to refer to maybe before the class or after the class, howsoever you prefer it to be. And of course, you will be having live interactive sessions with the instructor. And what is the best thing about this particular mode of training is you can attend as many batches as you want for a duration of lifetime. So post one enrollment, even after 5 years, if you want to revise the entire content, or let's say there is an upgradation in the content and you want to sit in the entire classes again, there is absolutely not a problem. You can just reach out to our technical support and they will be arranging live fresh batches for you at that point of time. There is also another service that we provide, which is a 24/7 technical support and access for a duration of lifetime. Anytime that you have doubts or you are stuck at any particular part of the course, you also feel free to connect with this team any time of the day or the night that you want, because they are available 24/7 around the clock. And this particular facility extends for a duration of lifetime as well. You will always be having one-on-one doubt resolution session with this team. So either you can call them with your doubts, or you can email them the screenshot to your doubts, or you can even conduct a Google meeting or a Zoom meeting with them. You can share your screen and discuss your doubts with them. So this is all about the training. And the prices are already mentioned here. There would be 18% of GST on top of that. So this is 38,019 plus 18% of GST, and this is 17,000. I can give you a rough idea. Basically, this would come to somewhere around 44,000, and this to somewhere around 20,000 after GST. So if you have any questions now, feel free to let me know. I will be more than happy to clear them out for you. Also, apart from that, if you are interested in knowing any further about the course fee or any other courses, you can connect me on this number that I am mentioning here. I'll just zoom in just 1 second. So you can note it down. For any doubts you have, you can WhatsApp me on this number or write to me on my email ID, and I would be more than happy to clear them out for you. Any questions anyone has as of now?
Yes, I have a question. My name is Ifani. I live in the US. I saw your presentation, which is very good, but I don't see the amount paid in dollars. I don't see what it is in dollars. And then
Okay.
you just showed us a combo. I have done the Salesforce admin and app builder. And I understand that you don't have any class for PD1 and PD2 except the end of the month, and it's only on the weekends. I don't know if it's true.
Okay.
I've not finished my question. I don't know if it's true. If it's true, it will not work for me. If it's a weekend class will not work for me, and that's why I opted for the weekday program. What I understand from my colleagues that what's available is the end of October, and it's only a weekend. It's only a weekend schedule. So I don't know if you have any plan for the PD1, PD2 classes for the weekdays.
Okay, so thank you for bringing that into notice. Basically, this one was the combo course that I talked about. And there are two batches firstly in this. One is a Tuesday to Friday batch, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning, Indian IST, so Indian time. And Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now you have already done the administrative and app building part, and now you're looking to take this one, PD1 and PD2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, so here, basically for now, yes, until November, they are scheduled for Saturday and Sunday batch. I will be getting in touch with my technical team regarding this. If any batches can be conducted during weekdays, if that is the time that suits you the most, I would be definitely going ahead and telling them to arrange a session, maybe a batch in the weekdays, and I'll let you know. So if you can just send me a WhatsApp text on the number that I had shown above, we will stay in touch and I'll give you an update for any further weekday batches that are arranged. Normally, sometimes when the classes are on only on weekends, that is as per the availability of the instructors.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but for me, it was Danish that referred me to, connected me to Intellipaat,
Right.
and I had opportunities. I would have gone to another company called Interlogic, but Danny encouraged me that they have flexible programs. Intellipaat has flexible programs, and I don't regret joining Intellipaat. Now, but in a situation where the programs are fixed for weekends, I'm an Anglican priest. I am a medical doctor. I have a medical background, but I'm looking at a change to the IT industry. I think Intellipaat should be able to look into it and see what they can do to help us, because I can't leave my church service on Sunday. And the time the program holds is going to clash with my time. So from what you showed me now, it's so easy. So what my colleague said actually is true, because there's no weekday class. Please, I will encourage you, I'll plead with you to talk with the management, the IT people, see how you can accommodate people like us so that we will not start feeling bad about not joining Interlogic, because I had that privilege to join Interlogic, but it was Danish that talked to me and actually convinced me to join Intellipaat. So I will appreciate that. So your number again, I was not able to write it. I was not able to write your number, your details, so that I can send you a message on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, sure. All right. So I'm glad to know that you had already a good experience with Intellipaat. So of course, after this meeting, I'll definitely put it as a priority to my management to conduct a weekday class, and definitely either you can get in touch with me regarding the same, or I'll tell Danish to go ahead and update you on the same as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. What you're doing is great. I've learned a lot. I'm making a better decision And I'm grateful I joined Intellipaat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other question anybody has? All right, we'll wait another 2 minutes to know if anybody has any other questions.